Before Shows.
What's up, everybody? It's Twinkie from Bros Before Shows, and this is a very special episode. This is our Halloween episode. This is Mr. Kenny.
Hello.
Kenny's one of our vendors at South Mississippi Toy Fest. You have Emergency Comics. But, as you will see through this video, that it ain't just comic books that Kenny has. He has a lot of stuff that I wish I had. I love the horror stuff. I love the monsters, and I love all that. And that's just year round here, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So
24/7.
24/7. So y'all come enjoy this tour. He's going to show us the tour of the house and get it ready. So tell us about the yard. How long you been doing? How long have you been decorating? Been the Halloween house of the neighborhood?
Oh, the neighborhood. Ever since I moved here, oh my gosh, I really don't even know. About 15, 16 years ago, I moved in, and little by little, each year I keep adding, and then
That happens.
That's
exactly how it happens.
Yeah, and it's grown to this, and it's gotten massive. Now, last year the house went through a house fire, and we lost some of the Halloween decorations that I did have, but I managed to get a lot of them back and added new ones this year. Also, I even have a hearse that I've had. Yeah, we'll show you around. I've had that for a few years. Again, more stuff I just added.
So last year Kenny was supposed to be our Halloween episode also, but unfortunately he had the house fire, and house fires suck all the way around.
100%.
How long have you been a firefighter?
For 18 years.
18 years.
Yeah.
I had 17 years in as a firefighter.
Yeah.
It's worse when it's your home, or especially somebody that you know.
It's a firefighter's worst nightmare.
Yeah,
to
it
put out
is.
your own home, especially.
You were working Oak Grove.
Yeah, I had just gotten to work at Oak Grove,
Yeah.
and I got a call from my daughter who was in the house, and she was trapped, and she gave me a call on my phone, and I just turned into work mode.
Yeah.
And got here as fast as I could with another engines me and another guy put my fire out, and we had a couple of losses. My cat Lily, who this is her little ashes, and you'll see some pictures of her inside. She was my baby black cat, and I lost her in the fire, and which sucked. I'm still hurting from that.
Yeah.
And my daughter lost her black cat, but out of the fire, me and my daughter gotten together. I mean, we've grown together very strong. And what was hilarious, well, I thought was funny, my daughter was trapped in the fire, and as soon as I'm pulling the engine around, she was able to self-rescue herself, and she grabbed the hose line and was going to fight the damn fire herself.
And it's in the blood.
Yes.
It's in the blood.
Yeah, I couldn't believe my daughter was trapped in the dang thing, and she was going to fight the bitch with it.
So that was the unfortunate events last year, and glad to see you. I mean, house is back going, and I know that took a while because
it took about a half a year to get everything together. I had friends I stayed with, Clint, and my insurance couldn't believe it. Like, was amazing.
Yeah.
My contractor was amazing. The whole house, the inside got rebuilt and repainted, and everything was brand new.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's y'all just wait. So let's talk about the hearse. I want to talk about the
Frankenstein.
Hearse. Yeah, Frankenstein is the hearse. What year is it?
It's a 95.
95.
Yep.
It's kind of like a Lincoln.
It's a Lincoln.
A Lincoln. I see it there.
As I've done a little research on it, and it's done by Sayers and Schovel, whatever.
Yeah.
And apparently they're one of the very first
Hearse makers.
Yeah, from the Old West.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's back.
Yeah.
They would do the horse and carriage ones, and but there's a casket in here.
Oh yeah, I have a casket in there. Which
you can probably see it back here.
Well, I can open it up back here. Every Halloween, I'll have it parked out here in the driveway, and I'll have the casket here. Yeah, and we like this, and we set it like that. And I'll have it open for anybody that wants to come and sit down inside of it and take pictures and stuff like that with the hearse.
That's great.
Yeah, that's great.
And if you want one of these, Walmart has them on their website.
Well,
it's so funny.
Honestly, I've got 6 of them. I got 3 of the metal ones, and
you have 6 caskets.
4. I have.
Well,
no,
I
have.
You have that one.
Yeah, I have
those 2.
Yeah, I have 3 metal and 3 wooden ones, and you get them on Marketplace. I found them. Yeah, it's crazy.
You're giving me bad ideas. I already want to put the 2, what is it, 12 or 16 foot skeletons?
Yes.
I want to put them over the driveway to do an arch to drive under.
Yeah, when I bought that 12 foot skeleton the first year it came out, and since I have vaulted ceilings in the house, it fit perfectly in there, so I've kept them in there. But,
so do you have do you have anything special out here that, you know? I see you got Jason over here.
I got Jason. Each one of these guys I've just added throughout the years. A lot of these I've even dumpster dived and found them. I found some in there was several years ago. Spirit Store was here in Hattiesburg, and they threw out a bunch of stuff. And I had a friend that worked there, and they said, "Look, we threw out a bunch of stuff." And I'm like, okay.
I know what dumpster I'm hitting after.
Now, ever since then, I've tried seeing their going their dumpsters, and they don't have anything. But
well, they put everything back in those pods, and they ship it back to wherever.
Yeah. That was the Joker. I had him inside, but he went through the fire, and so some of him got melted, as you can tell. But he looks great out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see him at nighttime. He actually he glows pretty well. So
awesome.
A little funny story about this one. This was actually a medical call that we got in Biloxi. We got toned out to a person that was having a cardiac arrest, and when we got out there, this was out in the bushes. And so when the ambulance crew was coming to the scene, the guys on scene were pretending to do CPR on this thing, and they're like, "Hurry up, bring the bag!" And then when they got there, like, "Oh, it's a joke." So
have you been on a call with a sex doll?
No, but after Katrina, there was a bunch of them. I know that.
I do remember that. I was part of the team. We went down to Gulfport and Biloxi searching houses. I had just joined the fire department, and I volunteered to go.
Yeah, there was a lot of porn. There was a couple of porn places down there, and all their product was everywhere.
Yeah. I do remember that. I had a buddy of mine last summer was kayaking Black Creek, and he thought there was a dead body out there, and got game wardens, got the sheriff's department, and they got out there, and it was a full-size sex doll.
Now Jeepers Creepers here, him and a few others, I actually got him from, there was a volunteer fire department that did a haunted house out by Petal or something like that, or somewhere around there. Or maybe it was Purvis. Anyway, they were selling everything $10 a piece.
Oh.
Like this, the Jason, which the Jason is actually a broken up like Frankenstein, and I just made him into Jason.
You made him into Jason, yeah.
$10 a piece, and I'm like, I loaded up a pickup truck, and I was going down the road with this sticking out of it in South Mississippi, and yeah.
That's great. Now later in the video, y'all will get to see what it looks like at nighttime, but we wanted to make sure that you could let him explain what was going on there in the daytime. So.
Yeah, when I started decorating the yard, when I first moved into the neighborhood, this was just the area I would decorate. And there wasn't this many out here, and it just started growing and growing and growing and growing.
Well, you got plenty of yard. I mean, you can.
I know.
So you said she was in the house fire too?
Yeah, she was. She got all sooted up, and that mummy there was in the house fire, and he got sooted up. So he's out here decorating. This back here is actually a real pet cemetery. My daughter's cat that got killed in the fire, he's buried there. I got another cat there. I got a dog that's buried back there. So my daughter actually made a sign from one of the signs that went through the fire.
You gonna bring it up here? Oh,
this was a sign that went through the fire, so she made this. That looks cool.
I like it.
Yeah, like I said,
that is definitely Frankenstein when you get up close to it. Yeah.
But he looks good as Jason from the street.
Yeah.
I bought the chains and the spear is from my daughter's bedroom from the fire. That was her curtain rod, and yeah.
Awesome. I love this stuff. This is my time of year. I may not celebrate anything else, but I celebrate Halloween.
Well, I mean, I love Halloween. I've loved it since I was a kid. It's the one time in your life. Well, it was the one time in your life that you can like put on a mask and be anybody that you want to be.
Yep.
Nowadays, you can do it any day.
Yep.
Because you can be a cosplayer all the time. But,
pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, got anything else out here you want to?
Yeah. It's mostly in the front yard. I don't think I have anything in the backyard yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, at nighttime, this whole yard looks just completely different. It's so pretty. There's so many colors out here. It's so cool.
Now we're going to move on to inside.
Sorry, the weeds.
That's all good.
Usually
it goes with the decor.
Well, usually the middle of September, about around that time, I stop mowing the lawn. So I let it grow up to make it look kind of creepy out here and stuff. So yeah, that thing there is the very last thing I ever bought at Josette's in Biloxi before they closed down. And we went there while we were on duty. And I bought that thing and I had it sitting in the ladder truck while we were driving around town. He glows. Everything is really cool at night.
Very cool. Stop ringing my doorbell. Little sheets.
Anyway, welcome to the Matlock Haunted House.
Yep. Here we go. Yep, these got things that scare at the front. So
these,
for
every year, I always give out comic books, toys, and candy to all the kids, and it's gotten so popular. I think it's going to be loud in it. It's gotten so popular that last year we had about 300 people. We had about 150 kids and their parents, and I had a line around the block, and it was awesome. But yeah, I got candy, toys, you name it, I got it in there.
Yeah, he's got toys in here. You better keep Brandon away from this. He'll be dead.
Every kid gets a comic and
that's
toy
awesome.
And candy. Yeah,
that's awesome. Let's what?
So that it didn't go off all the time.
They want to, yeah.
Until where it goes down. Yeah. That thing gets loud.
That thing has a sensitive motion.
Yes. This is the Annabelle doll. It's just a regular Annabelle, but a Rag Ann doll, and it's about the same. It's almost the exact same one that they have in the real Annabelle doll. This is a complete. What's it called? Replica. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. This is a complete replica of what they have at the museum, and this was built by a firefighter. He's our mechanic actually, and when he was building this thing, he said some creepy stuff was going on. They even got on video some black creatures walking around this thing while they were building it, and they didn't see it, but the little kid his little kid that was there, he saw it, and he took up his camera and started taking pictures of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. This is free. They all do talk. I don't have him hooked up yet, but
walking through this house, just stuff jumps out at you. It starts glowing, and it's just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so this cabinet, I see you got Ghost.
I got everything from Casper to any kind of ghost, since this house is always haunted too, so I got to add some more ghosts. Yeah. And this is my black cat cabinet. As you can tell, I love black cats. This phone is a little. I've actually been buying up some spooky movie props, some movie memorabilia, and this phone was actually used in What We Do in the Shadows.
Really?
Yes. Loved it. Now I don't know what episode it was, but it was. I bought it at in New Orleans. There's a prop guy in New Orleans, and there's a lot of these are props from movies.
So y'all are gonna see me looking at stuff because this is my first time here. So I'm discovering things just as you're discovering things.
You can come every time you come, you'll find something different in here. I usually add stuff all year long. Yeah.
I think we all do. So these are the babies.
Those are my babies. This is Lily. She was the one that died, and I pulled her out of the fire and did CPR on her, and that's her. And this is Lucifer. He was the other kitty that died. This is Shadow. He died a few years ago, right after Halloween. He just died of stupidity, is what we call it. He ate some Christmas tinsel, and we always said that Christmas killed him.
He's got a bull skull in there.
Yep. And these were actually shackles used in the the Will Smith show that just came out where he's a slave.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the name. I haven't seen it yet because it's on.
It's on
like MGM Prime or something.
No, it's on Apple.
Apple.
Yeah, it's
I
on
haven't
Apple.
seen it yet. Yeah. But yeah, I thought it's kind of cool.
So what? I see a whole bunch of Jason masks.
Yes. These
autographed Jason masks.
These are all autographed by multiple Jasons from the movies. It's even autographed. One of them's autographed by Alice Cooper because he did the soundtrack to Jason Part 6. But each one of them's all autographed. And then I got Freddy Krueger's glove autographed to me.
Really?
Yeah. And he actually wore it in the photo. Yeah.
Do we need to put light on anything, Scott?
It's a little dark.
Let me see. I can.
There we go. Nice.
Now that silver one's autographed by the first Jason, the one that was in the water at the end of.
Oh yeah.
One. And then I got the Camp Crystal Lake sign up there, and it's signed by Kane Hodder and the guy from Jason 2, the guy with the potato sack mask. I need to get it. I need to get one of those.
I was gonna say you're missing. I just watched that the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about Big Boy here. Does he have a name?
Yes, Lurch.
Lurch.
Yeah.
Now, if he answers the door in the middle of the night,
he did go through the fire. He got a ton of soot on him, but he did not melt, which shocked me because it got He
tells me is that stuff tougher than you think?
Well, he was standing over here, and the fire came from the kitchen through the dining room and into here. So he got a lot, like, there's a ton of soot on his head, but I kept it there because I thought it was kind of cool.
It looks like it's all supposed to be there. It's nothing.
And these tombstones are actually from G.I. Joe Retaliation. It was the Rock. I think was that the movie that was called?
Was that Retaliation?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was too.
It was the last scene.
Yeah, there was a scene in there where they're at the gravesite. And I thought this was kind of funny because that one's my daughter's name, Alicia, and Alicia's birthday is like February 19th, but March 24th is my birthday. So it was just kind of it was kind of neat grabbing that one.
And who's this furry fella?
He's just Wolfie.
That's Wolfie,
and he is plugged in, and he's one of my faves. You gotta scratch him behind the ears. Yeah.
So, I'm looking at some arcade games over here.
Oh yeah. I just recently got this one, which this is one of the newer ones. It's got asteroids and a few others on it. This Tron game, it lights up. That's about it. I need to get it repaired. It is autographed though by Bruce Boxleiter up inside there. Yeah. You see it in there? It's in where the MCP is.
The top.
Yeah.
Oh, sure is. Yep, I see it right up there. Yeah.
But the bad thing on this thing is this is where I found Lily. She had jumped inside of it to hide, and she just succumbed to the smoke. But she just hid in there. But yeah, this is the Exorcist girl, and it's actually autographed by her.
Shut up! Is it really?
I actually met her.
Oh, it's down here on the ball.
Yeah, she didn't want to touch it. When I brought it to her, she's like, "Where do you want me to sign it?" And I'm like, "Sign her dress." And she's like, "I don't even want to touch it. I'll just sign on the bottom. That's it." She's I'm like, "Okay." And this, she went through the fire too, and she still smelled like just smoke. And we had to strip her down and wash everything. I even washed her hair in the kitchen sink the other day.
So much that goes with something like that. So do you have anything in here?
Yes,
Do you really?
Yes, I bought this and it was in horrible shape. I redid it all, put this on it, and I actually have it's my horror cabinet. It's kind of a mess right now, but it's got all my horror movies and stuff like that. As you can tell, there's still soot from the fire in there. Yeah, this is a chainsaw, and it's actually signed by Leatherface from. I can't remember which one it was, but it was the one where the Solace family. Yeah. When I met him, I wanted to pose for a picture, and he went and did choking, and he did it too much. And when he let go, I blacked out. Like I had to catch myself.
That's what Eric was saying about Sergeant Slaughter, that he put him in the Cobra clutch, and he said that old man's still strong.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he's a big old dude too, the Leatherface guy. I mean, big, like not fat, but just a huge, like
big
he's
guy,
a linebacker or something. But yeah,
it's awesome. It's an awesome living room. Awesome living room. Dining room's got.
Oh yeah,
your
dining room too. That's actually autographed by the first Jason from the very first movie, The Kid, and this is my Joker cabinet. It's got Joker and Harley Quinn, like.
Yeah, I knew you were
Batman.
Yeah.
Oh,
because you've done Joker a couple of times.
I'll be Joker this year too. And I love Harley and Catwoman.
So do you? What would you say out of this cabinet, out of all your Joker stuff, is your favorite item? I don't know.
Probably I like the Alex Ross dance scene right there.
That one?
That statue right in the middle there.
Yeah.
That's always been my favorite. And a lot of all that it was in the fire, and I thought it was all ruined. We ended up buying some new ones. We washed some. Some is like they were gone. Like I had to toss them. So yeah. Like I said, the insurance came through, and they paid me some good money to replace a lot of the stuff that was missing. I was very thankful for that. Yeah.
And see, you've got some fans.
Yeah. They're standing out of the camera shot.
Yeah. What you got going here?
This is my, I guess it's Kellogg's. I don't know. It's the Frankenberry, Count Chocula, and Boo Berry. I got all the little figures in there.
Yeah.
This here is Haunted Honey. And you can get that in New Orleans, and it's actually honey that they that are in the graves and stuff in New Orleans. Like they have bees that
because they
and they go there, rescue the bees, capture the honey, and they sell the honey. So it's haunted honey.
That's pretty awesome.
And it's actually pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I've seen this before.
Oh yeah, I've had him forever. And this actually came with like really crappy bulbs, and you just replace them with those, it looks way better.
Yeah.
I've had him forever.
That's what Brandon got this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. This Ghost Rider, I just got it at the STCC a few years ago, and
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Just a bunch of scrap pieces that they put together, and I'm like, it's badass.
That's awesome. So is that all downstairs? Is that
pretty much? Yeah. I mean, I got my bedroom, but it's full of Harley Quinn stuff. I mean, wall to wall, and it's got some nudity in there too. I do have a skeleton sitting in there on the couch and everything.
So you got
here's a story.
This is I have questions about that, and I have questions.
Well, this is Mr. Voodoo. That's what we call him, Mr. Voodoo. He's actually the Matlock Haunted House mascot. Yep, it works.
I have that at my house.
Well, for the longest time, he was on the side of the road advertising for that volunteer fire department haunted house. Mm-hmm. And he didn't look like that. I mean, he had the suit and everything. Well, for the longest time, every year I would see him. I'd drive by it. Well, they were going to get rid of him. And they said, you can have him for $10. And so I took him home, took his head off. I repainted all this. We gave him beads. And last year we put the cat on it. And like I said, he's become our little symbol. And this last weekend, I bought that thing, and I thought it looked like him. It looked like a little voodoo symbol.
Yeah, it really does.
Now the shirt.
Yeah. So the shirt, the shirt says Marvel Comics. It's a jersey. And Toy Biz here on the corner. And what's here?
Fleer, I think. What it was is Marvel Comics had a baseball team years ago.
Okay.
And like decades ago. And a buddy of mine named Brendan Kavanaugh, he actually owned a comic book shop here in Hattiesburg, and he had this and was signed by Jeff Smith and one or two other people.
Stephen Butler's here.
For every year or
years. Party's there.
For years I go to cons and I just have guys sign it. I mean, I got Stan Lee's signature on there. I've got everybody in there. We used to call it we called it the death shirt because I had a lot of people sign it at one con, and a lot of the artists ended up dying right after they signed it. So,
is this a layer?
No, it's the guy that does the turtles now. Lottie? Is that how you pronounce it?
Oh, that's Tim.
Yeah.
Tim Laddie.
Yeah.
I'm a Tim Laddie fan because he does Ghostbusters too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he ended up doing that, and but yeah, I got John Romita Sr., Jr., I got just, you name it, they're probably on there.
There's probably 50 to 75 signatures on there.
Yeah. And there's a few on the back. I had Arthur Sidon. He wanted a big signature, so he turned it on the back and signed it on the back.
I just realized what you got here.
Oh yeah, I got more autographs.
Yeah,
I got autograph stuff up the wazoo. House of a Thousand Corpses, soccer. Yeah.
So I got to see everybody. I didn't get to talk to them at GeekCon, but Kevin Smith, they all were set up. And I was sitting there, and they had a spot in the curtain because they kind of had them behind curtains. Yeah. And I could see Kevin, and he was in his white jacket and signing everything. But that's awesome.
I've had this for years. I met Kevin Smith decades ago. He signed it that was back when they would sign things for free. And I met him, and now I know them all. I mean, I've hung out with a lot of them now. So, yeah, that's signed by Sid Haig. Yeah. Rest his soul, man. Yeah. He was such an awesome guy.
Oh, even awesome Rob Zombie said that he's one of the best guys that he ever worked with, and
very cool, dude.
That's very cool. Awesome. You do got a ton of signatures.
Well, my one goal when I first started collecting comic books was before I died, I wanted to meet as many famous people as I could. Now I just enjoy it. Like I met
Doug Jones.
Yeah, Doug Jones. He was the creature in The Shape of Water. Well, I also met the creature from the Black Lagoon. So yeah, had to put them both together. Yeah. Some people will remember that when I was on Toy Hunter.
Oh.
Yeah. I was actually on the TV show Toy Hunter for one episode.
I was here that day.
Yes.
Hi, this is Scotty filming. I was actually downstairs when they were upstairs filming.
I think they filmed for 8 hours for about a 15-minute segment.
God almighty, it makes our filming seem great.
And here we
Here's
go.
The toy room. So I hear you like Transformers.
That's exactly what the host of Toy Hunter said. He's like, you must like Transformers. He's like, Transformers.
Well, I'm hoping I got a guy holding the Ecto-1 and the Gigawatt ones.
I got the Ecto-1.
Yeah, so he's holding those for me for our show.
Okay.
And I'm like, yes, because I
need them
for my stuff. So
when it falls through, I'm tempted to sell that one to you. So I don't have much Ghostbusters. So I love Ghostbusters, I really do. But I don't know. I've been collecting Transformers since 1985, and when
is that what we saw at St. Downey?
What's that?
Well, that's the McDonald's, yeah.
No, I've had that. I've had that for a few months now.
It's big enough to where you can put your G.I. Joes in and you can be working at McDonald's.
Yeah, I used to own it when I was a little kid, so yeah, I did the exact same thing. I used my G.I. Joes. It was like a Cobra base and stuff. A Cobra hidden base.
Let's just point out that this is not a table. This is boxes of comics. This is comics.
I got about 50 long boxes of comic books. Like I said, I've been collecting since 1985. The story goes, my parents went through it. Yeah. This is from Rick and Morty. You know? No, when my parents went through a divorce in 1985, they basically used me and my brother as pawns. And I just wanted a way to escape. And I was always bullied in high school, like tremendously. And I started reading Spider-Man, Amazing Fantasy 15. And he was like a nerd. And he got superpowers. And I'm like, I love Spider-Man. So, yeah. As you can see, yes, me and Spidey, I love Spider-Man. And I've got every single Spider-Man comic ever made. And, yeah.
That's impressive just saying that.
Well, but I've been collecting for decades. And there was no eBay back in 1985. No. So, yeah. But I absolutely love Transformers. And when Spider-Man made an appearance in Transformers, the comic book, like in issue 3, I was like, yeah, merged together. So,
so you got different sections going on over here.
Yeah.
Which here's my future wife.
Yeah. And, that's my girl. That's my girl. I love her to death.
So you got a Godzilla section, and for those of you. This is not a cheap Godzilla toy.
No, it's not.
At all. This is
but it's the best one too.
It is.
Even though
it's got the tongue in it.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
but these are cute though. I thought that I got those because they're just cool looking.
Look at your Battlestar Galactica section.
Yes, that top Battlestar Galactica is a 3D printed one. Yeah, and it's pretty good size. I love Battlestar. I got it 41 Cylons so far.
41
I'm trying to get 100. Getting there.
Wow. So I'm just gonna point out that
Twinkie, he likes Jawas too.
Yes, I got tons of Jawas down there.
I've been buying them as I find them.
Yeah,
exactly.
I got 3 original ones, and then the ones that they remade. I got tons of them.
Did you almost fall?
I almost fell.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
But I've been looking for these. These are awesome. It's Bill and Ted.
Well, it's not just that. I've actually added to it. They never made a Beethoven, so I got a Beethoven. I got Sigmund Freud.
Yeah.
There's a Napoleon
in the back.
And there's she fell over, but there's Joan of Arc.
Oh yeah.
And the only one I need is oh gosh, I just had a brain fart. The old man. Socrates.
Yes.
Yeah.
And got Kiss here in the back.
Yeah, and Kiss because at the end of part 2 they sang their song.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, so cool.
Little Knievel shelf.
Oh, by the way, the Kiss albums are autographed by the guy that painted them. Yeah. His name was Ken, but I can't remember his last name. But yeah. But yeah, I love Evel Knievel. I've actually got Evel Knievel's autograph on the comic book.
Really?
Yes.
Tron.
Yeah, Tron. I got Secret Wars and a bunch of. I love Spider Ham down there. And this I got from a really good friend of mine. Check this out. The guy took a Evel Knievel comic and just made a piece of artwork out of it. It's very cool. I have nowhere to put it on the wall in here. I ran out of room. Oh yeah, here's a signed by Margot Robbie.
Shut up! Is that really?
I got like 3 or 4 of her autographs. The base is actually signed by about 3 or 4 people that have done her artwork. Like Bisley, he was one of them.
Yeah. That's pretty freaking cool.
Speaking of autographs, the Spider-Man's autographed twice by Stan Lee. He signed it, and then he didn't like it, and then he's like, "Oh, he signed that again." And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "There you go. You got a collector's item." I'm like, "Yeah, dude."
Got a couple of turtles here. At least
these are the originals. Yeah. I actually worked in a toy store when they first came out, and when the box came in, I kind of sat them to the side. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy these.
Yeah. Got some, it can't be a spooky house without Ghostbusters.
Of course.
So.
Of course.
That's awesome. And this.
I've actually met Dan Aykroyd too. That was awesome. I met him as a Blues Brother. He was him and Jim Belushi was on the coast, and they were the Blues Brothers, and I got to meet him.
I did not realize how many Transformers there
This
are.
ain't all of them, dude. I mean, there's so many.
This is ridiculous.
Christopher Lloyd on the Back to the Future.
I met him this year, which was awesome. I was so happy to finally meet Doc.
If that's missing, don't worry about that.
Because you cosplayed as Doc.
Yes, I cosplayed as him when I met him, and I even gave him one of Biloxi Fire Department challenge coins. I gave him one of those, and he was happy, and yeah.
Oh, there's them filming at your house on the.
Oh yeah, they sent me that card after the show was over with, like thanking me and stuff. There was this scene wasn't in the show, but we filmed each other getting our some turnout gear on and stuff.
So, yeah, this is ridiculous. It's good ridiculous. But I didn't realize there was this many.
Well, you got the banner. This is the banner from one of the movies. that piece of art up there is mine. I actually drew that. And I got like actual artwork from the comics. And this last year, I met Andy Wallman, who is my ultimate favorite Transformer artist of all time. I've loved him forever, and I actually was able to buy original pages from the Transformers comic. This is actually a cover from another artist who I actually love too. I'm going to ruin his name. His name is Livio Romanelli or something. I can never remember his name. But this is actually a cover. But But I love. But I even had Andy Wallman sign my license plate at Bumblebee, and Robbie Musso. I love him. He was at STCC too, and he's an amazing Transformer artist. So like I said, been collecting since 1985, and this is the result.
Elbow. I tried to buy one of these at St. Tammany, and it was the only thing I found that they said was not for sale.
Oh. I met her, and I carried this up there, and she's like, "Well, I see you brought your girlfriend," and I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "The board." I'm like, "Oh, okay." She's trying to make a joke. I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, too bad she's not real. What you doing afterwards? So we're gonna get into the question part of our interview.
Okay.
My first question is, what is your favorite piece of the Transformers that you own?
My favorite one?
Toy. We won't go into artwork yet. What is your favorite toy piece that you have?
Favorite toy is a cross between two of them, actually. Like, I love Bumblebee. Like, I draw Bumblebee.
He's got a Volkswagen Beetle,
and here's it right there.
Yeah, that's when I hit a deer, and they were going to trash the hood. I'm like, I want to keep the hood, so yeah. But this one here, Wind Charger, he was actually my very first Transformer I ever bought with my own money. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. So, because he kind of transforms into a car that kind of looks like a DeLorean, so I kind of liked it.
Okay.
But then I had multiple paper routes when I was a kid, and I bought Soundwave. And he's always been my favorite. I love him. I love the way he speaks and talks. And I love that he has little tapes that come out of his chest and everything like that. And yeah, he was my first big purchase when I was a kid. He was like $20. And nowadays, I don't even know how much.
There's no telling what that's worth nowadays.
But I love Soundwave.
On your artwork, what's your favorite that you've gotten? I'm assuming it's going to be one of those.
It's the Andy Wallman stuff. These four are just, I absolutely love his artwork. I mean, I'm an artist myself, not professional, but
you dabble.
Yeah, I dabble.
He dabbles.
I've drawn forever, but I wish I could draw as good as him on Transformers.
So, and I probably already know the answer to this. When you got home from school, what was or Sunday or Saturday morning? Yeah, either or. What was the cartoon that you were waiting for?
Transformers.
Oh yeah. I knew.
And then G.I. Joe came on right after it, so it was great.
Do you have any Joes? Do you have
a few? I got them over here. I used to have a huge Joe collection, but I have my little ones now. I don't know. I couldn't collect so many G.I. Joes and Transformers. I wouldn't have the room.
You didn't.
Yeah.
You need another house.
But I collected the barbecue because I'm a firefighter.
Captain Power stuff.
Yep, I got a lot of Captain Power.
Tron.
Black Hole stuff.
And Tron stuff.
Tron stuff. A lot of little horror creatures and stuff like that. Yeah.
What was that? I mean, you said that this was the first one that you bought with your own money.
Yeah.
But what is the first toy that you remember as a kid?
Honestly, and I've got it down there. I've got the $6 Million Man. I think that was probably one of the very first things I ever got that I can remember, honestly. Mm-hmm. That, or honestly, it was this, the Micronauts. I remember my birthday party at Pizza Hut, and that was on the top of my cake.
That's back when Pizza Hut was the place to be.
Yes. And I do remember,
I did too.
I do remember my grandma having that on top of my cake, and that could be the very first toy I ever got. And I just like him. I had a lot of the other Micronauts, but I've always liked that one.
Well, I mean, you got some video games down there. What was the console that you had coming up?
In television.
You had in television? Yes. 1, 2, or 3?
1.
Television 1. What was your favorite game on it?
It was called Dreadnought.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big spaceship, and there was also one that was just like, I think it's in there somewhere. I've got it too. It was like Battlestar Galactica, but it was called like Star. I don't remember what it's called. Star Chaser or Star Cruiser or something like that.
Star Cruiser, I think Star.
I think so.
Maybe Star Cruiser.
And it's buried in with the Battlestar stuff.
So.
But I love in television. I know it was such a corny like.
What is your favorite video game of just all time?
I was gonna say I actually like Legend of Zelda. I really do like any of those. But I have been playing my butt off on Fortnite. Hey, look, it's great because I get to like blow people up and everything like that, and just relieve stress from firefighting.
I get it. I'm not gonna say nothing bad.
But yeah, I've been playing Fortnite for the last ever since like season 1. Yep, and I play as Optimus Prime.
Well, you went up a little bit.
Then I heard Bumblebee just drop, so
you'll be getting it.
Yeah, I'll be buying Bumblebee.
What movie wise? What's as a kid? Let's say how? We're about the same age.
I'm 52.
Yeah. We're not about the same age.
I'm old. Mentally, I'm 12.
So let's say your school years. What movie? What
Star Wars was always the best one. I mean, it was in the 70s, and but then when we were growing up in the 80s, it was Back to the Future. I absolutely loved Back to the Future.
Yes.
Yeah, Back to the Future.
Yes.
And
did you see that hoverboard that was signed by him?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing was in my hometown, we have a clock tower. Like a
really?
Huge, oh yeah.
Where are you from?
Keokuk, Iowa. Yeah, way up in Iowa. It's an Indian name, but they have a huge clock tower, and I absolutely love that thing. And it makes the same sound. Yeah. And I had friends.
You ever have people trying to recreate the?
No, I don't know why. Growing up in Iowa, or like in the 80s and stuff, I had friends, and we all were like, we called ourselves the Friends in Time, and yeah, we drove around in my car and pretend it was the DeLorean and stuff, but yeah,
85 in school.
Yeah, exactly. That DeLorean is my dream car. One of these days, hopefully, I'll get one. But I got B, so I'm happy.
You
got Frankenstein.
You got B. You got Frankenstein. Yeah. I would love a DeLorean too. I just don't have that DeLorean money.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, I got maybe the money in here, but
yeah. I could sell my stuff and probably buy an Ecto 1, but then I wouldn't be happy. Yeah. I mean, I would be happy I had the Ecto 1,
and then you lose all your stuff.
Then I lose all my stuff.
And they're like, and the Transformers are like to me, they were my friends. Like I said, growing up in school, I was beat up all the time. There was tons of bullies back then, not like there are now. And I would go home, and these guys were there, and they were my little friends. I know it sounds so pathetic, but they were the only ones I confided in when I was little.
So I have a question, because do you have some of the Beast Wars stuff, like some of the?
I did, but I sold them to Steve Lotta. Yeah, he's supposed to say his last name. Yeah, I sold a bunch to him. I did collect Beast Wars. I do have Optimus Primal and stuff like that down there. I do have the Megatron Beast Wars in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's back in the back there.
Oh yeah. I see it now. Yep.
Yeah, I like Beast Wars, but I'm just a Generation 1 fan. Like I love.
I understand.
Yeah.
I forget about movies that are in the franchises that I like, especially one movie.
All the movies. Well, actually, the movies weren't bad, but the Michael Bay just needs to back off, man. The Bumblebee movie was great. It was great because it was real Volkswagen and stuff like that. But yeah, he can't do Transformers or Turtles.
Explosion.
Yeah. I mean, it's like watching a gigantic junkyard just being crushed, and there's the movie. And like,
so if there's a celebrity, because you've met a ton and you've gotten autographs from a ton, what is one that you've never got to meet that you really want to meet?
Man, I don't know. I've pretty much have met, like Doc was a big one. And Christopher Lloyd, he was the one that I really wanted to meet. But now, man, I think as old as I am, I have met so many people, dude. Everybody from Stan Lee, which I've met Stan Lee so many times, like it was almost like he almost could recognize me whenever I saw him.
Oh, hey, Kenny.
Yeah, like security.
But that restraining order against you. Yep, and that's autographed by you too.
But movie stars that have gone, I would love to have met like Boris Karloff. Love him. Yeah, it would have been cool to meet. But man, nowadays, I'd love to meet like Margot Robbie, for obvious reasons, and Valerie Bertinelli because she was my first crush. Yes.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, dude, thank you for showing us your house, man. It's awesome. Yeah. This is it's for somebody like me that loves Halloween, loves horror, toys. I'm not a big Transformer fan, but I do respect this. I mean, this is great.
And I even have GoBots since they are in the Transformer universe now. Yeah.
But yeah. Well, everybody, this is our Halloween episode of Kenny and his house. And, man, this is awesome. Thank y'all for stopping by. Remember to like and subscribe our channel. We are almost at that 1,000 subscriber mark. So we're trying to get to it, so like and subscribe. Thank y'all. Yeah, you'll get a video of the outside next.
That is cool.
I even put sprayed
I love that. Yes.